Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Tuesday, July 19th. I'm Amy Corr, and I'm here with Kevin Van Eck, and we are live out of the Goose Island office. So we know it's halfway through the year. Some of us are panicking. Some of us are digging in to get ready for a great wrap up of 2022. Either way, we've got some great ideas for you this morning on coffee. So grab your mug, fill it up, and let's jump into the next episode of Coffee with Amy and Kevin.
That's right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Amy. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to talk about a mid-year review. It's really never too late to do that. It's just like a diet plan. If you had a plan for 2022 on how you were going to lose weight or exercise more or spend more time with family, you can't wait until the beginning of 2023 to get it going. That's what we're going to talk about today, how we're going to compare what our goals were in 2021 with where we are in 2022, review all of the things we've been doing, and we have 3 ways that we're going to suggest that you do that today.
That's right. I love it because I know I have fallen off the wagon of everything I plan to do in January, but it's okay. It's July and I'm jumping back on. So for those of you who haven't seen me on the Peloton, don't you worry. I'm going to make great strides this week. Yes, so we've got 3 things for you. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is your business plan. Let's get it out of the drawer. Let's look it up online. Let's dust it off. How many of us went through the torture of actually not the torture, but the smart move of filling out a business plan at the end of last year for this year, right? We all do it. We always do this great, complicated, comprehensive business plan with great goals. But more than that, it's not just the goals, it's many of the action items that we are going to do in order to meet those goals. And we lay it out, and then what do we normally do? January comes and we start getting to work, but then we don't really reference the plan again. Right. So this is what we're encouraging you to do. No matter where you're at, no matter whether you feel like you're going to cringe when you take a look at the plan because you may not be where you would have liked to have been, who cares? You're where you're at right now. When you take action and take a look at that plan, it's going to remind you of some of the actions you need to take, right? Because in your plan, it talks to you about how many people you should be reaching out to weekly, how many in-person coffees you should be having, how many listing presentations you're going to need to get in order to actually secure some listings. So don't be afraid to get your business plan out. Take a look at it, see where you are right now to date, and wherever that is, whatever those numbers look like, it's okay. Embrace it. Because now you have the opportunity. We've got 160 plus days left. We've got a lot of time, a lot of runway remaining in 2022. But if you're intentional and take a look at the plan, I bet there's some things in there that'll allow you to refocus and get ready to do great things.
Yes. Pull out that plan, take a look at what you maybe haven't been doing. One of the things that, the second thing is really where you've been spending your time, right? So as Amy said, as you just said, really we have these great goals and actions and all these things we were gonna do maybe on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. We've talked about adjusting your collateral. We've talked about upping your game when it comes to learning and using technology. But in reality, what is the biggest driver of your business? It's relationships, it's outreach. So ask yourself these questions. You know, number 1, who are the people you should be reaching out to? Who are the ideal people in your database that you should be connecting with? And then find out how can you ideally connect with them? How can you meet up with them? How can you reach out to them with value? Because when we spend our time in the office, just spinning our wheels, maybe thinking about social media, of course it's important. Looking at our branding book or looking at our direct mail and upping our collateral game, that's important, right? But at the end of the day, what is going to make 2022 strong for the last 5.5 months here? It really is that outreach, and it is that way in any market, anytime. So take a look at where you're spending your time, and this sounds a little bit, I don't know, scary, but take a look at your week. Maybe document everything you do for 7 days, where you spend your time. It's a good assessment to see where you're maybe wasting time and where you can insert valuable time, where you can make those 5 calls, write those 2 handwritten notes every day, and really make people feel good. Reach out to your database, connect with them with value, and you will see the rest of 2022 generate referrals and generate business, and you will be able to hit your goals.
I love it. I love the idea of not freaking out in the office, right? Getting out and actually figuring out where those potential clients are and get there, right? Be there. Yes, so on that note, the last thing though that I want to touch on is the idea of, you know, we just talked about who are those clients and what is creating success for you. The last thing I want you to do is, if you are in the office and you have time to do it, which you probably do, is take a look at your business over the last, let's say, 18 months. And when I say take a look at your business, I mean look at your list of clients, all the people that you helped buy or sell over the last 18 months. Then right next to them, I want you to write in where you got that business. Because so often when we look to market or we look to spend money, time, and energy on getting more business, oftentimes it's in the wrong spot. I know so many people want to purchase Zillow leads, but I'd be curious, if you looked at your last 18 months, where is your business really coming from? And I bet you'd be surprised, but many people, when they do this exercise, notice that 60% at least comes from referrals, which is your past client base. So if that is true for you, then what you need to determine is, what am I doing to get in front of my referring sources? Am I sending cap gifts? Am I doing pop-bys? Am I reaching out with a real estate review? If those are the ways that I'm getting business, then I need to make sure that I stay on top of my referral sources. Here's another option. I know a lot of people tend to be great at open houses. And when people actually take a look at doing this exercise, they notice, holy cow, I've gotten X%, maybe 30% of my clients because of open houses. If that's the case, then where should you be spending your time, energy, and resources? On open houses, right? So figure out, where am I getting my business over the last 18 months? Where is it coming from? Once you figure that out, then you can be extremely strategic on where you're spending not just your time, but your monetary efforts to continue to grow.
That's right. And as a caveat to that, you know what, if you don't have 60% or a large portion of your business coming from referrals, and you've been in the business for some time, and you have a database, there's a problem there. That means, like Amy's saying, you're not reaching out to your people, you're not doing cap gifts. If you don't have a significant amount of referrals being generated, we're not in touch with our people enough. So to your point about buying Zillow leads, if we're not generating referrals, which is, through normal outreach, through value, through real estate reviews, we're leaving money on the table because we're spending to get business versus using our charm, using our value that we can provide to be able to generate those referrals. So let's be real, the shift is here, right?
Yep.
This is the jam. We know what happens. There are agents that are going to do this, there are agents that are not. There are agents that are going to live in fear and be paralyzed, worried about what's happening with the market, with interest rates, with all of these things, where their next listing or where their next buyer is going to come from. You need to take action. This is not a time to be passive. This is a time to be proactive, reach out to your people, do the things that have created success for you in the past, and do more of that.
That's right. I'm actually excited for all of you, because this is the opportunity where agents can truly grow.
Yes.
Many will sit in fear. Go ahead and take the action, and we can guarantee you it's going to help impact and grow your business. So on that note, make it an amazing Tuesday. Make it a great week. We'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. But until then, remember, you got this.